Hey, Frosty. Yeah, I know. I'll probably need it. We'll get those like 2 or 3 side quests out of the way, and then just hope for the best.
Joshua, I read your message. You're right. Jill is different. I don't think I'd realized how different, but since we returned from Drake's spine, I've felt it more and more.
I suppose it's not hard to imagine why.
She doesn't think she belongs anymore.
And that's why we need to remind her she is still one of us. To let her know that we still need her. Now more than ever. That you still need her. But how to do that? When last we were truly close, we were but children.
Of course. Do you remember the time we accompanied Father on his annual tour of the Duchy? And Jill and I broke from the procession to ride up Man's Hill.
I tried to get on earlier.
I remember.
And I did get on early tonight.
To join him. And when he realized you were missing, he had the entire retinue down
just to make sure this happens.
The countryside.
God knows how long these last 2 quests are.
A thunderstorm forced us to take refuge in a grove of oaks before we'd even made it halfway there. It was the Lord Commander who finally found us, and
Then it seems you and Jill have unfinished business.
Man's Hill.
Oh, true. Though I suspect it is also much changed. Little in southern Rosaria remains as it was when we were children.
You're saying I should go and scout the area for bandits?
I'm saying we should first go and see if there are actually still any snow daisies left. What would you do without me, Clive?
Lots of things, little brother.
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Ah, yes. I expect you're wondering what the...
You spoke of making amends with Dion.
Then I should begin by telling you that I was once... This was some years ago, of course, before I joined Sid in his hideaway. At that time, I was counted among the foremost scholars of Oriflamme, and was accordingly invited to the palace to supervise the young prince's education, all to ensure that the future emperor had a firm grounding in, well, everything an emperor should. Alas, our time together was cut short when Dion left to join the dragoons. His studies no longer being deemed necessary. I had not expected to meet with him again, least of all here.
Have you spoken with him?
No, His Highness always seems so preoccupied, especially when alone. I would not wish to disturb his ruminations with idle words of greeting, not when I know he dwells upon the evil Ultima had him commit in the Dominion.
The guilt weighs heavily on him, I know, but as you say, that was Ultima's doing. Surely you can't blame yourself.
When I first met him, it was not guilt, but his people's expectations that weighed heavily upon him, and I did nothing to ease that burden. He bore it alone, until the day he could not bear it any longer. It is one of my greatest regrets that I only ever offered him my wisdom, when what he truly needed was friendship. The blame for Dion's transgressions lies not only on his shoulders, but on mine.
I see. I'm ready to help you in any way that I can.
Then I beg that you bring me a wild wyvern tail. Apothecaries across the ages agree that even to glimpse such a flower is to be granted inner solace. Fabulists and fraudsters all, of course. But there is oft a seed of truth to be found, where even the most outlandish opinions align.
Well, it can't hurt to try. Where can I find this flower? And how will I know it?
You have seen cultivated wyvern tails before, I trust. The lily-white blossoms from whose roots the poisonous ink for the brand is distilled. Well, those which grow in the wild differ only in their purple hue. The harsher the environment in which they are raised, the deeper the color. There is a waterfall in Rickmal's roost across the strait, where the flowers once grew in abundance. Whether they still survive there, I know not. But try as I might, I can find no likelier location.
It's all right. I'll find you a wyvern tail one way or another.
Thank you, Clive. And please, be safe.
Time to travel.
Let's hope one of the merchants here has what Gav needs. Excuse me. I'm looking for something.
Oh, well, then I'm your man.
A silver chocobo feather.
Oh, or maybe not. Though you're not the first to mention the bird around here. There was a man stopped by the rest not long ago claiming he was attacked by a silver chocobo near some gutted hovel not far from Eastpool. Most took him for a braggart and a liar, but who knows? Perhaps there was some truth to his tale.
We'll see. Thank you.
Sounds like a plan. Also, looks like there's
Got a
more.
few rooms going spare now. You want a bit?
Dun, 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 dun. Nope.
Just because the heavens have gone to wreck and ruin, it don't mean we have to.
How do?
Do how?
Take care out there, eh?
Oh wait, hold on.
How do? There you go. Take care out there, eh?
Yeah, I'll try, buddy.
How do, traveller? You've the look of a man who could do with a new whetstone.
Maybe another time. I'm looking for a silver chocobo.
If that's the case, rumours are all you're likely to find. No one has seen a silver chocobo. Word is they were all hunted for their feathers. Some northern nonsense about bringing good luck. Didn't bring them much, nor their bows. If any are still out there, I reckon they'll be doing their damnedest not to be discovered.
You're probably right. Thank you anyway.
I've got greens of all shapes and sizes. Colours too.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
First guy still seemed like the best bet for information, but just talk to more. Oh, there's a third one.
Can I help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to sell silver chocobo feathers, would you?
I deal in fruit, not fancies. But if it's fancies you're after, I suggest you try Rhiannon's ride.
Was a silver chocobo seen there?
Oh, yes. If you believe the ravings of a madman.
It wouldn't be the first time. A silver chocobo sighted in the hills near...
Sounds like a plan.
That's right. It sounds almost too good to be true. But since I'm already here...
Ready, go?
Mine's kind of white, black, and silver.
Can hardly
A
wait.
little bit, anyway.
What?
Like more of a gray than a silver, but
Time to fight. Tracks. They're not left by bandits for a change.
wait, no, I don't want to go that way. Dun, 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 dun.
More tracks. And these look fresh. The chocobo was here. And I don't hear anything. Well, I'll be damned.
I challenge you to chocobo combat.
It's all right. I'm not going to hurt you. Just borrowing a feather for my friend. Thank you. Let's get this back to Gav before they change their minds.
And then there's a little thing down here. Here will be rose fields.
This is the place, but
I'm sorry, Clive.
there's nowhere been spared. What do we do now?
We keep
I
looking.
mean, there's still buds there.
Man's Hill cannot be the only place where snow daisies grow.
Perhaps, but it's the only place I know of. Knew of.
Then why not ask someone who might know of another?
Someone in the backyard.
Because that would be convenient.
To the hideaway, then.
On the way to Stuber Quest. Dooby-doo, dooby-doo. Come to me, Chunky Bird.
Good girl.
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why they didn't just play the whole Chuckaboo theme while you're riding. But they played it like when you jump on it, and it just kind of stops. Everything goes back to normal. Not so much as a complaint as it is a why. Like something they've been always kind of doing, usually.
No mistakes. Seems this place has been flooded twice over.
Yeah, that's one of those lizard things kind of fossilized into the ground.
Purple flowers blooming next to a waterfall. Shouldn't be too hard to find.
Right,
Nice
fine.
try.
crap. Shit. Grab his back. I don't know why that one kind of refilled and swapped away. Ah, mini bug. Super crab. Okay. Now that the things are dead.
Here they are. Might as well pick enough for a bunch, I suppose.
Oh, really? Just went at one, and now I have to pick a bunch for. Oh, wait. Oh, apparently I did. That's interesting.
Let's hope one of the gardeners knows where to find snow daisies.
It was no trouble.
Clive, you're back. How'd you
I
get
am.
on? Any luck?
Any luck, you say?
Crystals crack. Where in the hell did you...
It's a long story.
Not really a long story.
Right there on the road to Eastpool. Who'd have thought it?
Everything up there's been abandoned for years. The empty cabin made for the perfect shelter. Though I fear my presence may have forced the poor creatures to look elsewhere.
Don't blame yourself, Clive. The Blight's right on Eastpool's doorstep. They'd have had to move on before long, even if you hadn't have turned up. They'll find a new home. Trust me. After all, that's what us endangered animals do. Anyway, what matters is, you managed to nick us one of their quills before they could run off. And now all that's left is to fix it to the carving.
I didn't know you could carve.
Reckon there's a lot you don't know about me.
Probably.
Like the fact
He's
I'm
a
as
sneaky
good with
bastard.
a whittling knife as I am with a sword. And that bone Ember gave me's a dream to work with. What did you say it was from again? An Avis?
But it weren't your Avis, Sid. I slew one of my own at last.
So all those long nights in the pit finally bore fruit. I'm proud of you, Ember.
Don't speak too soon. I ain't done my trial yet.
There we go. What do you think?
I think if you ever hang up your scouting cap, you'll be able to make an honest living.
Now will I? I should go and see if Ed is awake.
Give it one best.
You can give it to yourself. Come on.
Oh, God damn. I just wanted them to say quest complete. Not come with me yourself. God knows what this guy's gonna ask for after this.
Oarsman,
You did?
I think I did.
You did indeed. My dear boy, thank you.
You wanted to make Dion a gift of one, did you not? Shall I invite him to join us?
Oh, I don't...
It's no trouble. I'll go and fetch him.
All this time, the cutscenes usually just shove you where you need to be. Now they want you to walk to every NPC. I'm fine with that. It's just kind of weird.
Your Highness, would you do me the honor of accompanying me?
No. It is time, then.
No. Only to the shelves. Our lawsman has something he'd like to give you.
Master Harpocrates? No. I dare not show my face before him, not after everything I have done. I have taken
I said do it, bitch. Get to work.
innocent lives. All because I was weak. I have sworn to atone for my crimes or die in the attempt, but were I to meet with him again and see in his eyes what I have become, I fear that my resolve might falter.
Then that is all the more reason to do it. Test your resolve. Prove to yourself and to him how strong it truly is.
You are right.
Yes, I know it.
I must
That's why I
at
said
the
it.
very least offer him my gratitude. Very well, then.
Follow me.
Even now, I hesitate to approach him. What must he think of me?
You'd be surprised.
He might. Actually, pretty good chance he will be.
Master Harpocrates, pray, accept my apologies for leaving your tutelage before my studies were complete. Your lessons opened my mind to a world quite unlike the one I had imagined from within the gilded confines of the palace. And I shall be forever grateful for the efforts you made to enlighten me.
Lift up your head, Your Highness. The deeds of youth require no apology. That you took the time to visit me says much about the man you have become. Now, there is something I would like to show you.
Is that a wyvern tail? The color is unfamiliar to me.
Because it is unique to those found in the wild. Something in the harsh environments in which they grow lends them this striking hue. Their roots are indistinguishable from those of their hothouse cousins, but once they bloom, the difference is immediately apparent. In this flower, I see you, Your Highness. Its roots were the roots of a wyvern tail, with all that implies. But they do not define it, just as yours do not define
Well, that was nice of
I
him.
want you to have it, that it might remind you of this truth.
Master Harpocrates, I would ask of you a service. Keep your gift until I have fulfilled my duty to the realm, for only then shall I be deserving of it.
As you wish, Your Highness. I shall await your return.
Our roots do not define us. No wonder my stepmother didn't like him. For reuniting me with memories I had thought long lost. I shall not forget this.
Ooh.
Thank you, Clive. Were it not for you, I fear I might never have found the right moment to speak with him.
Of course you wouldn't.
Not to mention the wyvern tales. I shall plant their seeds, that I might not disappoint His Highness upon his return.
I hope the soil in the hideaway is to their liking.
Why, these flowers bloomed in the bleak, black wastes of Waloed. I'm sure Nigel's yard will suit them to a T.
I can't tell if that was a compliment or an insult.
When it comes to expressing one's gratitude, I find that words are seldom sufficient. Here.
What's this?
A stolas quill. Or more precisely, my stolas quill. 'Tis said that an owl's feathers are steeped in the wishes it hears over its long lifetime. All those words just waiting to pour out onto the page.
What need does he have of a pen?
So consider this my wish for you. That one day you may put down your sword and pick up that pen.
Okay, that makes more sense.
When that day comes, I'll certainly have a lot to write about.
Yeah, I bet.
Thank you, Harpocrates. It shall have pride of place in my chamber.
First complete. One up top and one in the infirmary.
Say what you will.
So much distance between it all.
I need your advice. Joshua and I are looking for a place where snow daisies grow.
Snow daisies. Then you'll want somewhere not too hot and not too cold. And where the winds are strong enough to carry the seeds. I reckon Man's Hill would be a good... Both have similar climbs and the right elevation. If the...
Right. Thank you.
Did you learn where we...
The gardener here mentioned the royal meadows in Sambrag.
Ah, the fields beyond Northreach. Well, if that's the case, I recalled that she kept a record of our travels, so I asked her if she'd perhaps noted anywhere that snow daisies grew,
whose shores border the meadows.
Cool. This will take me closer to the other locations as there's no telepoints in that town. Dun, 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 dun.
Ah, me lord.
How are you feeling?
Well, thank you. Is something wrong?
Wrong? No, nothing like that. What it is.
Go on, please. It's beautiful. Did you make it?
We did. Aye. It's from all of us here at the Hideaway. Your new family, like. It's a good luck charm. We may come up north when a band's on the way. I mean a baby. To let him know that they're part of the family too. Oh, I hope you like it.
I don't know what to say. I thank you, my lords, for everything.
If there's anything you need, just let us know.
I will.
Clive, fancy a swift off? I'm thirsty.
I could be convinced.
And the characters get hammered, and then the rest of the game ends. The bad guy wins.
Don't you think you've had enough?
No, we're celebrating. I'm gonna be a father.
I think Edda might have something to say about that.
You know what I mean. Bit of light in these dark times. Wasn't long after me 10th name day. My mum told us she was with child again. I was over the fucking moon. I was looking forward to having a little one to lord it over. What with me being the runt of the litter. Thought I'd finally have a chance to prove to the world that I could be a big brother. Imperials came the day she went into labour. Had myself a baby sister. And then I didn't.
Ah.
My whole family gone in a blink, while I hid in the cellar like the spineless little arsehole I was. Great brother I turned out to be. I'll never be a leader. And I'll never be a hero. I'm just a daft little dog who comes running when his master calls. I'll never be like you, or Sid, or Jill, or even Torgal.
He compared himself to the dog. No one will be like the dog, though.
Have you finished?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Do you know why you're our best scout? Because you don't need anyone to hold your hand. Without your resourcefulness, your courage, your determination, I don't know where we'd be. Maybe hanging off a cliff like,
That was only the once.
Exactly. You learned from it. And here you are after founder knows how many missions, stronger for everyone. And let's not forget Rosalith. Who was it who freed me from the dungeon? Who was it who ran to Jill's rescue?
That would be me.
Yeah, it would.
Because you're our brother, Gav. My brother.
Yeah, he's probably gonna cry.
Your brother.
Which means that when the time comes,
I get your room. And your sword.
Damn right you do. Although you don't get the current sword I'm using, it took a lot of work to get. A lot of damn hunts. Stupid dark steel's a pain in the ass to get. Because it only came from the hunts.
I may have had one too many.
Just maybe.
you may have had 10 too many.
I said I was thirsty. Better get back to work anyway. After I walk this off. Clive?
What is it?
Thanks for, you know.
I know.
I know is not a you're welcome, but sure, I guess they'll take it that way. Now we just gotta go pick that flower. If we can find it. Well, I have to check something out right quick. I think I'm down to 1 decoration. Yep. One thing missing. It's probably going to come from this last quest, I'm assuming. This one's always... you always got to do that run through the town just to get to this one. It's kind of annoying. That sounds stupid, but it's kind of an annoying run.
Welcome. I do like a customer who knows what he wants.
And how might I help the garrison today?
Not that I mind running to the location itself, it's just crisscrossing through the damn town all the time. It's kind of weird.
Haven't seen any.
You'd think that there'd be like a checkpoint on each side of the town that has an exit.
Do be careful.
I will.
Ready, go?
Yeah!
Oh, she's ready. Oh, there was a hunt where that checkpoint, or that not checkpoint, that quest mark is. Like literally in that exact spot. I think it was not an S tier, but it was an A tier behemoth or something like that.
The meadows are vast. Where do we even start?
Yote mentioned the coastline. We can start there. You see them?
I do. The flowers. Our friends.
Yay.
What do you see, boy?
Oh, it's...
Let's hope this is the
Heard.
last one.
Only one way to find out.
Drop some meteors on his head. Here? What? Bing. Oh, the dog and his brother killed the other ones.
That was harder than I expected. But found her. It was worth it.
Do you think
She'll love them?
She would.
it appears my work is done? The rest, as they say, is up to you. Well, you and the skies. We wouldn't want another thunderstorm now, would we?
Sure.
Jill,
There is?
it's, not here. Now, how would you fancy a trip to Oriflamme?
Okay. Oh, we literally brought her here. I thought we were just gonna pick some for her.
There are so many. This is what you wanted to show me. Yeah, I don't know what to say.
We've been worried about you. Joshua and I. Do you remember when I took you to Man's Hill? Or tried to?
How could I forget? You saw me crying and thought a change of scenery might lift my spirits. In the end, it earned me a nasty cough and a stern scolding from your mother. But I felt wonderful nonetheless.
I'm sorry. I had no idea what I was getting us both into. But I couldn't bear to see you like that.
Before we left, my chambermaid told me she'd overheard your mother talking about my marriage prospects with some of the noblewomen at court. They were debating whether it would be more profitable to marry me off to one of the high houses instead of saving me for the ducal line. No one thought to ask me what I wanted.
Of course not.
I was nothing to them. A pawn at best. I felt so trapped. So lonely.
I didn't know.
But I wasn't alone. You were there. Your hand in mine as we ran for those oaks. And I knew then, no matter what happened, I would be all right. I'll never forget that feeling.
I'm sure you won't. Until you do.
Before we broke camp, the morning after the storm, do you know what I did?
Not really.
No? What?
I slipped away from my governess to climb the tor. And from there I saw a sea of petals, all reaching for the sun. And I realized that no matter how terrible the night, dawn would always come. That you would always come for me. And you have. Again and again.
Okay, it's starting to sound dirty. Really, I always come for her again, again, again. I'm not trying to. I'm not making these words up. You hear them.
When all this is over.
I don't know. Not here, though. I think I've outgrown the twins. After everything we've been through, the realm just seems so small. I'll need some space to spread my wings.
Then that's what you'll have. And I'll stop at nothing to see that you do.
Aww.
I never was much good at garlands, but it'll have to do.
I'll treasure it forever.
So that's gonna be my last
Thank
room
you,
decoration, isn't it?
Clive. For this, the flowers, for everything. It's exactly what I needed. You are my treasure.
My treasure's back in the room with all the collectibles. So if she wants to be mine, she better stand in the middle of them.
We should probably be getting back. I expect the others are wondering where we are.
You're right.
And we'll do it together.
Yes, we will. Oh? Jill has joined Clive's party and will remain with him until departing for Origin. But I'm done with all that. just want to check out my little hut. I see all of those things filled. Yeah. For the Horde. The trophy for getting all the little treasures is for the Horde. Yes. All those mini quests are done. I wonder if I can upgrade his thing.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. I well recall. He truly believed it will take from him. Ah, yes. Indeed. Then I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. I have quite the find for you today. What subject shall we consider today? The door to the shelves shall ever be open.
All right. Save. Side quests are all done up to this point anyway. Time to travel to Origin.
Make sure you do this time. Oh, and while you're at it. Clive, if you see me dad up there, tell him we were right to leave his legacy with you.
Tell him he'll be in the front row. There's no way he'd miss this. Behave yourself, Mitt.
We'll see.
So, you're in charge now, Gav.
And what does Tyre have to say about that? Come back
Absolutely
before
nothing.
she finds out, eh?
Thank you, Yote. I'm sorry.
Your Grace, I shall pray for your safe return.
Don't know about
That's
that.
kind of you. But you should pray he took his medicine. I didn't spend all night grinding herbs for his lordship to leave them on his nightstand. Again.
You needn't fear, Lady Tyre. And thank you.
See that your brother comes back in one piece. Or, at most, 2. Any more and you can heal him yourself.
I'll keep that in mind.
Well, there's nothing to say that hasn't already been said. But that's never stopped me before.
That's true.
So just you do what needs doing. And don't worry about us.
We'll do our best, Uncle.
That we will.
If that is all?
Not quite. Jill.
It's time, isn't it?
It is. Take care of him. And you. You take care of her too, boy.
Don't forget, Clive. We all choose our own path. Believe in yours. I do.
Better. Probably doing this for you. I mean, he says it for everyone, but you know.
I'll be back. I promise.
He walks around crying and hugging people, saying, you know, take care, you're in charge now, da 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 da. Then he's like, I'll be back. It's like it's a funeral to I'll be back. I don't know about this. You can really kind of excited to see what actually
I love
happens.
you too.
Now, we have a god to kill.
A little late for that.
Here they come. Hold on, Joshua. Already am.
And they throw it. I like how Bahamut has like 2 big cannons.
Make us a way in.
More like the pieces attached to them look like 2 big cannons and shoot big things. In we go. Even those like handful of sub quests that were left over took almost an hour.
A far cry from heaven.
It was worth it though, of course.
Where it all began, where it all begins, our ark, your architect.
There you are.
Here comes Emo Man.
It was here that we slumbered. Here that we waited for centuries, clinging to our decrepit shell, for fear that we might have need of it once again. But you have come at last. And now we shall be truly complete.
Well? There's 3 of us, and 1 of him. Let's make it count.
Dominance. We will show you what it means to suffer.
We're gonna Voltron this? I don't know why the Phoenix is hurting. Instead of just carrying my it was like an hour until they did that. In my little notification, you can see it when it popped up. That or it was a delay. I'm not controlling this. I am not sure what's going on, but I'm just getting whooped. Like they give me a prompt every once in a while. Hey, Deku. Right to dust. Wow. It's kind of funny to see them add that in, even if it is just for, like, thing. Wait, what? That definitely wasn't the fight. Can't be the fight.
And you only surrendered. This unpleasantness could have been avoided.
Yes, I was... My normal stream time is technically 10 o'clock. I never get on at 10 o'clock. I always end up on like 10:30. That's why it seems like I'm an hour late, but technically I get on half an hour early. Not an hour. I took precautions. I want to make sure I finish this tonight.
We have you.
Where it's so close. Yeah, pretty much. What are you up to tonight anyway, Deku?
I asked not for acceptance. Only forgiveness!
Oh? Is it nice and big? Or, well, big in the way you want it to be?
Now, Father, it is done.
Ah. Well, you know, if you ever wanted, like, a second room, you could take, like, one of the rooms, either the bedroom or the living room, and kind of section a piece of it off. To do that little idea you told me about.
Clive!
The special room for your streaming. Like a dedicated room for it or something. This ain't blood. I just drank a lot of Kool-Aid.
Thank the Founder.
Right on.
Did I mention you look terrible?
That makes two of us.
Oh, I'll be alright.
Ain't nobody.
And Dion.
He shakes his head, but no one actually knows what happened to Dion.
Take my hand.
I told you I'll be...
Come on.
Thank you.
Press on.
Always.
So nobody, you posted that thing about all your downloads in Discord there. And said you left it on for a long time for a bunch of downloads. I'm just curious, what games did you download that...
Don't be.
Before... What other downloads did you have on it besides 15?
And it's time we did the same.
That's what I meant to ask. I don't think you've seen the message.
Should we stop?
Because of the cough. Yeah, I think we're past that, Clive.
I suppose we are.
That light, so cold. So empty. We're close, aren't we?
It, seems that way. But I don't want to think what could be waiting for us in there.
Oh,
Instead of
okay.
those waiting for
I
us.
thought you meant you had a bunch of things added to a download and you left it on for like a bunch of hours. Finished those and only part of 15. That's the way I understood it anyway.
Clive.
They can't be.
But they are. This is the Nexus. A wellspring of life. Yours and ours. As we watch the world stumble slowly to its dark end, it was here we pledged a new beginning. And now, with the ether we have harvested,
Yeah.
I shall raise my kin from their eternal slumber. That together we may usher in a new age of reason.
This was never about creation. Only self-preservation. You condemned an entire world so that you alone might escape death.
Alone. Him. Alone. Clive. I think I understand. He...
compressed their flesh to become beating hearts of crystal that pumped the land's lifeblood from the depths of the earth unto this very chamber. And thus would they labor still, long after their work was done, had you not set them free.
You meant for us to destroy the Mother Crystals. It's what you wanted all along.
You have our gratitude, Mythos. In this you have served us well. You have both served us well. Welcome home, brother.
Joshua.
I thought it was me, but it wasn't my grasp that grew weaker. It was theirs that grew stronger.
The world is the big one. This game here is like 80 or 90 gigs, I can't remember.
Joshua! No!
And now we can become one.
Oof.
Clive. Don't speak. Shh. The one possessed of the destructive flames of Ifrit and the healing flames of the Phoenix. This, I once believed, would be Ultima's true form. But I was wrong. I see it now. Why you will never become Ultima's vessel.
I don't care. Just hold on.
Listen to me, Clive. You remember the murals? People once knew that Ultima was their god. That he created them. And they worshipped him, prayed to him, looked to him for guidance. In vain, for he did not listen, did not acknowledge our will, and so we strayed from his path to forge one of our own. So absorbed was he in his own desires, so driven by his own will alone, that he shunned the one thing that could have made him truly powerful. Faith. The same faith people now place in you. Faith that you will fulfill their dream, Sid's dream of creating a better world for us. Faith that you will follow in Father's footsteps and save
I don't
those who
get
need
it. Were the
saving
Mother
most.
Crystals really causing the blight, though?
Faith that you will answer Jill's plea to save yourself. The difference is, Clive, that you chose to listen, and that is what has steeled our bonds. Bonds that helped you stand firm when Ultima's pull was at its strongest. His power may be absolute, but so is ours. And so will yours be. With my light in your heart, not even a god might stop us.
Joshua!
I'm just saying that, but at the same time, it's kind of like that guy wanted me to destroy the crystals.
Enough, Clive.
So, and he thanked us for doing it.
If the wound does not take me, the curse will.
So I don't know what to think at that point. I'm just gonna go with that the crystals were still causing it. Or hastening it, one or the other. Yeah, I know, Deku, that's some serious bullshit. How could they kill his brother twice on him?
I have always been proud to call you my shield. But now, it is the world that needs
I just hope he's like, oh, I'm just out of energy and I'm gonna pass out. I'll be alive after this. But, you know.
For being my brother.
There's a square. Pretty sure he's up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's dead. Jojo, good God. Yeah, no, he definitely fell asleep. Yeah, that's it. He starts screaming at him. He's like, shut up, I'm trying to sleep.
Why did you do this? Joshua.
Yeah, exactly.
Joshua!
And thus does the final piece fall into place. The incantation primed, but one task remains. To empty the vessel.
Maybe I'll absorb you instead, Ultima. He sent me to Death Stranding, seriously? that's Jesus. I still gotta play that game someday. I watched you play at that time, and it's kind of like, you know, it doesn't look too bad.
Oh, still here.
It looks a little slow at start, but it seemed to pick up quite a bit.
With me. To the end.
Even now, you would deny the inevitable.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about trying to play the first one someday, and there's already a second one on the way. I'm like, yeah, I'm a little behind on things.
As we always have. And always will.
And then they made that, like, director's cut edition or whatever on the PS5, and I'm kind of like, well, now I'm going to wait for that one to come down instead of the PS4.
Forevermore.
You know nothing of magic.
love that move. It looks like a damn JoJo thing.
Countless centuries have I waited for this moment.
Yeah, that's like my one-track mind,
I
buddy.
might revel in my creation, only to find it profaned, and so it must be cleansed.
Oh, I didn't tell you, nobody. Today I actually took some time off stream to do the hunt, like to finish off the hunts that were left, and I got the items and made that sword.
But it can be broken, and I shall cease. For such is my will. Try it. Too slow. Too slow. This is the work of my will.
To do to him. That's what I'm working on. But that is the sword I'm using right now.
Force feeds these flames.
My power of ass.
I sense more here than mere will. Is this Logos? Have you truly become free? No, I forbid it. You are not a god. You are but flesh and bone. You are not one of us. I created you, all of you. And what is mine is mine to destroy.
Once, perhaps.
Peace.
But we are no longer yours. Our flames are our own, and they burn as one!
Oh. I don't know about that, nobody, but I will agree with him on one thing. I do think that, while I'm not looking for games to be turned into kids or anything like that, I think there should be an option in games with like a lot of swearing in it to kind of censor the swearing. Bleep it out or something like that, or just not have it come up at all. Just as an option, right? I wouldn't say take it out of the game, just Love that light speed move. You know. At least the man ain't the mother roar. Yeah, pretty cool. Them two is funny as hell. This is gonna hurt, because I know he's gonna get this move off. No way I'll get it. Shit, I screwed up that move.
Your friends might consume mine.
I don't know how he took that long to do it. Sure, screw it, I don't care. Still ended it. with the power of awesomeness.
No.
Yes,
My
yes,
will is
yes.
inviolable. Something is wrong.
You're afraid. You always have been. From the moment the Blight exposed what you were, weak, you conceived us to prove otherwise. But the results shook you to the core. For in us you saw yourself, and realized we had the potential to be more than you could ever be. And so you turned your back on your creation. Your back on the world, like the coward you are.
You think you know me? You know nothing, Logos. Nothing.
Yay. We're on 3 of 6,000. Hope not. Not with many of them anyway.
Bathed in light, I stand above you, my rebirth complete. And you, for your defiance, shall pay the proper price. An eternity of anguish.
Anguish. Pain. Suffering. You have known none of these. But we have. So we know what they grant. They bring us together. And that makes us strong.
Thunder roar! My will be done.
Power doesn't need my ass. I am the Titan.
Too slow.
Let the tempest rage.
Let's try.
Dust to dust.
Alright. I'm on. There, your chin. I can have these stupid meteors falling.
Let's try.
Unyielding. Titan!
Oh hell, he's never gonna get this one.
You cannot have this power. It is not yours to take. Frostfall.
You should have thought of that before you gave it. Bom.
That's my boy!
And then he turned into Vanilla Ice by accident. Started singing Ice, Ice, Ice.
Darkness, unending. Onward, my son. No, mine is the altar at which you pray. Mine are the eyes that look down upon you all.
And yet still you cannot see. You are no better than us. We are one and the same.
We are not the same. No man might stand beside me. Witness my creation.
Alice? Yeah, well, I mean, that works for me. What?
So sure of your place atop the world, you refuse to acknowledge those below. You chose to remain alone. And so you shunned the one thing that could have made you stronger. Pushed away the hands that could have raised you higher.
I do not need you. You or anyone.
And that is where we are different. I could not have made it here on my own. I carry with me the hopes and dreams of my brothers, my sisters. And it is they who will give me the strength to end your reign.
I cannot end.
Again. Maybe even a final fantasy.
Here is yours, and we shall be its final witness.
Ah, he said fine. Don't throw your sword away. God damn, that thing was hard to make.
I said, it's over.
That feels like a Mortal Kombat punch right there. Oh, all nines. Alright, game. That was funny. Wait, no experience for beating them? Seriously? Kiss my ass, game. Like, I'm so close to level 49, it's like teetering on the edge.
Tell me, what do you imagine will befall this world now that you have gained your precious freedom?
I honestly don't know.
Me either.
But I doubt it will be pretty. A sorry tale of sin and suffering, hardship and pain.
And it was for this that you fought so fiercely? Why?
It's who we are. We fight. We survive. We endure. We don't need a reason. We are imperfect creatures. When we stumble, we reach for a shoulder to lean on. When we fall, we stand back up. We see the horizon, ever out of reach, and still we march on. Certain the answers lie just beyond it, because that is our way.
His eyeballs are so weird. I mean, he just absorbed the guy who's basically a sort of a god. You could just, like, magic him back to life, right? Oh. I still think it's funny that the voice actor for the little boy is the same one from Plague Town. A baby. Ooh. Finally getting it, Mr. Phoenix.
It seems Ultima's power was too great for this vessel all along. But while I have it, perhaps I can use it to set things right. And see Ultima's legacy. Bearers, dominance, crystals, magic, consigned to the flames. Even if it means the end of me.
Mm-hmm.
These are our terms.
Dirty crystals for you. Like everybody's little villages and shit are on that island. I'm alive. I think. Wait, so am I dead? Or did you just pass out?
Aren't you the most beautiful thing? He is, isn't he? What are you gonna call him?
Let me see, let me see. Oh, read little one. Got a smile for your Uncle Gav.
Not so loud, you bird.
What? I was only...
Shh, you're scaring him.
It's all right.
Immune. That little red star, it's still there.
A sky of scattered tears, 1,000 years apart. Should they fade, I will not be afraid of the dark.
If you need a rest, I can take him.
Oh,
hold you to that.
The world's yours now. Yours to do with as you please. That's what Sid wanted. That's what they both wanted.
Oh, an ending credits thing.
Oh. Every time.
Will you light it?
Yes, Mother. Come on. If only I had the flames for an icon.
Icon? Have you been reading that silly story again? Magic belongs in fairy tales, and fairy tales don't boil kettles. You see? Well done. Now, be a good lad, and play with your brother until supper.
Come on, hurry! Hurry! All right. Right, let's play the saint in the secretary. No, I don't want to be Madu. What do you want to play then? War of the Icons! Again? Well, all right. And I get to be a freak.
older brother? Because Bahamut says so.
Because Bahamut says so. Yes. Bum bum bum. New Game Plus is now available from the title screen. This option allows you to start a new game with players and items data or with player and item data carried over from previously completed playthrough. The gameplay mode Final Fantasy is now available for exclusivity with New Game Plus. Final Fantasy mode. Final Fantasy gameplay mode offers the following: increased enemy strength, an increased level cap to 100, new gear and items, mode exclusive content. This mode is recommended for players who wish to test their limits. So it's basically the hard mode, which I will actually do one day. Probably not on stream. I definitely want to, though. Ooh, it did end now. And only... Geez, I started early in fear that maybe I wouldn't have enough time. And they very well could be nobody. There are a lot of summons that were not in this game. But there was a scene where they said the long forgotten and missing Leviathan was actually brought up in the game, and you know, that wasn't even with the god guy. He didn't have Leviathan. Yeah, I beat it, Deku. They're supposed to be... They put a little incentive, apparently, into doing the hard mode on New Game Plus. And they say they add, like, extra little challenges or something like that. And extra weapons and stuff, and the level cap goes to 100. But, yeah. So anyway, I started early tonight in hopes that, you know, I'd have enough time to actually finish this with side quests and stuff intact. And I ended up finishing 2 hours in. Well, a little more than 2 hours. Yeah, that's pretty much what I'm planning to do. New Game Plus is on my free time. Anyway, I guess that's it for the night. So have a good night. Back again Saturday. Later. Night all.